Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Warami Miriga, hello friends, and Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedical. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here today. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family in fact descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter, Bulungari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now, that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly live well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, no homelessness, and no rents. Armies were unheard of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands are maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. So this is not a dream or an ideal. This is normal life for us. And there is no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we're a clever people, and there's still much magic in the world, I believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good and we are naturally a happy people. I would ask that you share your gifts with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this and I'm confident that we can put together a world we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yano.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, Professor Nick Mansfield.
Thank you, Chris, for your welcome to country. And the university believes it adds a huge amount of meaning and significance to the event to have you here today and to hear your remarks. So thank you. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduands, and most importantly, all our graduands, it is my distinct honour and pleasure to welcome you here today to this graduation ceremony. I bring our graduands and guests a special greeting from the members of the University Council, the governing body of the university. It's our hope that today is a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. I think there's probably a number of small children and maybe even some babies here today, and the message I bring to them is that they're especially welcome. I want you to know that we don't expect young children to stay still or to remain quiet through the length of a graduation ceremony. This is a family event, and they're parts of families and especially welcome here today. Today is a milestone day. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've made many sacrifices along the way in pursuit of your end goal. You've worked very hard to get to this point, and you should feel proud of what you've accomplished. We as a university are just as proud of your achievements, and I am pleased to be able to congratulate each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters, and friends of our graduates here with us as invited guests. The fact that you've been invited by one of our graduates to share in one of the most important days of their lives is proof positive that you've been an important influence on them. So to our invited guests, congratulations, and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. Our graduates may not realise this, but we're about to participate in one of the oldest of Europe's social rituals. If you were to pick a date, say 1500, and look to see what Western social institutions were around then that are still around today, you'd find only about 60, including the Roman Catholic Church, the Parliaments of England, Iceland, and the Isle of Man, and 6 Swiss cantons, local government areas in Switzerland. All the rest of the surviving institutions from that time are universities. In fact, graduation ceremonies are even older than that. For more than 800 years, graduates have been donning gowns just like the ones you're wearing and participating in ceremonies just like this one. And since those earliest graduations, the ceremony has remained almost unchanged, a defining feature in the life of every university and its students. Now, we all realise that Macquarie University is not one of those ancient institutions. In fact, we're just shy of 60 years of age. Though we're amongst the youngest universities in the world, we're very proud to take part in this time-honoured ceremony today. We all know, however, that youth has its advantages. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking institution. We enjoy an enviable reputation for world-leading research excellence, research engagement, and impact. We're continually progressing by extending our research, partnerships, course offerings, and facilities. We have a proud tradition of innovation and discovery, and our pioneering approach is built upon a collaborative and connected learning community. Even though this recent couple of years have been a period of great challenge for all of us and for universities as well, it remains a very exciting time for Macquarie, amidst much change as the vision for this remarkable campus continues to unfold. Macquarie has over 214,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries. It's very clear we're looking forward and we're on the move, and so are you. Some of the things we all value so much about Macquarie, however, will never change. The friendliness, inclusiveness, and approachability of our staff and students is often commented upon by visitors to the university, both from Australia and overseas. This is inherent to our culture, and we intend that it will always remain so. Remember that you, as graduates, will always be welcome on the Macquarie campus. Macquarie University will always be a leader in learning and teaching, and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community, where we have shared values, where we share things in common, and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on some matters diverge. In other words, the definition of an ideal community of scholars. Ladies and gentlemen, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, graduands, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. It's now my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Associate Professor Yvonne Zorinsky. Associate Professor Zorinsky is the inaugural Associate Professor of Health System Sustainability at the Australian Institute of Health Innovation at Macquarie University. She's an expert in health services and systems research and implementation science. She's passionate about improving care for people living with chronic and complex health conditions through the development and evaluation of innovative integrated models of care. Her qualifications include a PhD in medicine, a master's in health policy, another master's in applied science, and a bachelor in applied science. In addition to her extensive research work, Yvonne convenes the Systems Science in Healthcare unit in the Master of Public Health program. I now invite Associate Professor Yvonne Zorinsky to deliver the occasional address.
Thank you. Pro-Chancellor, special guests, colleagues, families and friends, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, graduates. It is both an honour and a privilege to be here today to celebrate your achievements. I congratulate you on your significant accomplishment of the completion of your degrees. You and your families should be proud, just as Macquarie University is proud of you too. Graduations are very special occasions and provide us with the opportunity to reflect on the past, the present, and the future. You are the most definitely the leading lights of the future. And none of us really knows what the future will bring. Who would have thought that we would be experiencing a global pandemic, living in lockdown, and teaching and learning on Zoom over the last 2 years? One thing I feel I can predict is that everyone at Macquarie University, including you, our graduates, will continue to be resilient and to shine brightly, no matter which path you take after graduation. I currently undertake research into the complexities of health service delivery and health systems. And if there is any certainty in this world, making improvements in health systems is never straightforward, just as your future career paths may not be straightforward. To me, it's the challenges, the roadblocks, the wiggles in the pathways that make life interesting and rewarding. As graduates, you are already on a path, but be prepared for many crossroads and opportunities that will come your way. Be aware and open to opportunities, because sometimes the best things come from left field when we least expect them. When I reflect on my own pathway, I can assure you that when I graduated with my Bachelor of Applied Science in biomedicine, I most certainly did not anticipate speaking with you today at a graduation ceremony at Macquarie University. As a graduate with a degree in applied science, I was expected to work in a pathology laboratory, progress up the ranks, maybe do a bit of research along the way, maybe eventually even lead my own lab. Yeah, well, the research and leading sounded really exciting, but working in a pathology lab really wasn't for me. So I took a gamble and landed a job as a research assistant in the Department of Neurosurgery at Westmead Hospital to conduct clinical research with a team of neurosurgeons. At the ripe old age of 23, of course, I thought I knew everything, as you may think you know everything. But most certainly had no idea about neurosurgery, brain injury, or brain imaging, yet that was the area I was to work in. That time turned out to be awesome. We were at the forefront of brain research, just as new brain imaging technologies were coming into fall. And you know the best thing about taking that gamble? It was being embedded in a rich and diverse health system at Westmead Hospital. I had access to many different kinds of experts through my team and their networks at Westmead, across New South Wales, across Australia, and internationally. I looked for mentors. There have been many mentors over the years, and although now as a senior academic I mentor students and colleagues, I still rely on my own trusted mentors, even now at this stage in my career. So my career path has been anything but linear. I have taken many turns. I encountered many obstacles, and sometimes it felt like I was on an endless roundabout looking for an opportunity to find a new path. I found that self-reflection and developing a deep understanding of what was important to me made decisions about which way to turn much easier. At Macquarie University, we nurture lifelong learners, and just because you have completed your degree, don't for 1 minute believe that this is it. As you progress in your career, you will continue learning. Even after completing my PhD at the University of Sydney, I realised that if I really wanted to change what happens in the health system, I needed to upskill in health policy. And so more than 20 years after my PhD, I completed a Masters of Health Policy. So remember, I mentioned taking a gamble at the beginning of my career? Well, I also took a gamble 4 years ago when I came to work at the Australian Institute of Health Innovation at Macquarie University. And to think I very nearly didn't apply for the position. The application was due at midnight, and I was returning from a holiday up the coast with my family that evening. And I thought to myself, do I really want to do this? I'm comfortable in my current position. The work is good. I have good colleagues. And yet there is this position working with world leaders in health services and health systems research at Macquarie, which aligns beautifully with my interests. Knowing what was important to me made the decision-making easier. And so, after washing the sand from my beach holiday, and when the family, including the dog, were in bed, I worked on that application and submitted at 5 minutes to midnight. I took a gamble, and it has most certainly paid off. Moving to Macquarie has been one of the best decisions I have made in my career. But today, we are here to celebrate your hard work, commitment, and above all, your resilience. As you move through life and career, there will be crossroads, roundabouts, diversions that may take you above and beyond initial intended, expected destinations. Welcome change as an opportunity and continue to rely on your family, your friends, and professional mentors, and use the connections you have undoubtedly already made at Macquarie University. But always remember that the final decision needs to feel right to you. I hope you will fondly remember your journey at Macquarie University. Congratulations, and may your future journey be exciting and rewarding, no matter which path you choose. Thank you.
I wish to warmly thank Associate Professor Yvonne Zorinsky for giving her time to be here today and to be such an important part of today's event. As Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on those who've complied with the university's requirements for their awards. I now call on our Acting Registrar, Associate Professor Taryn Jones, to formally certify the eligibility of those who've met the requirements for these awards.
Pro-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees to which they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand? In the name of Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Pro-Chancellor,
I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Pro-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences. I now call on Professor Patrick McNeill, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences, to present the graduates. Professor McNeill.
Pro-Chancellor, the graduates of this ceremony are, as Taryn has said, from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences. This faculty contains two schools, the Macquarie Medical School and the School of Psychological Sciences, and three departments, chiropractic, health sciences and linguistics, as well as the Australian Institute of Health Innovation. The faculty is a core component of the Macquarie University Health Sciences Centre, which is a unique academic health enterprise in Australia. Macquarie is the only university that integrates its learning and its research with clinical practice here on campus at our own health service, MQ Health. MQ Health provides the opportunity for our students to learn or to undertake research in an environment where real health practice is occurring, enabling the faculty to integrate its learning and its health, medical and human sciences research with health practice, captured by the purpose of MQ Health in three words: heal, learn, discover. You'll see from the titles of the research thesis of graduates that the faculty's got a broad range of research strengths in cross-disciplinary neurosciences, in cardiovascular diseases, in communication sciences, language, linguistics, in reading and in health systems research, and in psychological sciences. Students in the faculty are studying one of 9 undergraduate degrees or a larger number of postgraduate coursework or research degrees, including a graduate entry medical degree, the Doctor of Medicine, the Doctor of Physiotherapy, Master of Speech and Language Pathology, Master of Clinical Audiology, the Master of Applied Linguistics, Master of Public Health, and others, and Master of Research in our premium research degree, the Doctor of Philosophy. The majority of graduates graduating or presenting today are from two of our undergraduate degrees, the Bachelor of Human Science, the Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences, as well as a number of master's and doctoral degrees. Pro-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences whom you have admitted 2 degrees or awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Joanna Grace Forbes, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Clinical Science, Christy Meg Barnwell. Oh, sorry. Yeah. My apologies. I just presented Hei Wan Lee, who was admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. My apologies, Hei Wan. Now I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Clinical Science, Christy Meg Barnwell. There's a first for everything. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Human Sciences. Justin Benedict Bautista. Michelle Muriel Beaton. Sarah Kate Blessing. Yi-Ju Chun. Nadia Coburn. Christopher James Darley. Annabelle Haroon. Delilah Ibrahim. Samir Katab. Catherine Therese Landers. Victoria Lucchetti. Makatishe Idia Fongwa Maripano. Angelica Vita Ocharek. Jessica Pye. James Riley. Lena Salami. Danielle Ann Salmon McGuinness. Jonathan Benedict Santos. Anthony Sharobin. Hannah Yang Wong. Ashley Yee. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences. Brittany Annette Anderson. Daniela Azzopardi. Sarah Belliani. Abby Cawthorne. Lauren Crowther. Ilana Catalina D'Amelio. Olivia Doe. Divya Shania Duba. Vidiki Elawaman. Amber June Foster. Catherine Rose Franklin Tripodi. Emma Kate Gardner. Jamie Glick. Abigail Goldman. Isabella Denise Hopkins. Jessica Wah. Sarah Jimin Jong. Min Air Kang. Isabella Kirkach. Jessica Yilin Leong. Colleen Mahi. Christina Murkich. Sarah Nudrat. Carla Paruskiva. Josephine Petrakis. Alicia Prasad. Emma Jane Rhodes. Sadaf Shujaudin. Erin Jane Stott. Eilish Maribel Sweeney. Raya Roby Tico. Leanne Kim Trin. Mabel Wu. Zara Warren. Abigail Zagira. Maha Zahab. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics and TESOL. Fatima Al-Wahhab. Yushin Zhao. T2 Leon Nguyen Eun. Christina Koutsopoulos. Chalern Kwan Natung Kam. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Clinical Audiology. Umera Butt. Emily Chung. Armanpreet Cordayol. Maria Constanza Fernandez Barona. Dominic Paul Fong. Wei Hong. Dai Yu Tanya Huang. Huda Sadiq. Jennifer Buhi Kim. Yonghae Kim. Livia Lai. Isabella Law. Joanne Oakes. Gemma Marie Painter. Elisa Jane Pengali. Therese Teo Pham. Marissa Paulos. Promi Razak. Frida Montserrat Sai Marokin. Nikita Rama Silaan. Lorraine Modaberry. Lei Shu. Jisha Sivan. Malak Sleiman. Chelsea Spokes. Christopher James Sfraka. Brianna Womleaton. April Margaret Young. Lizelle Young. Ying Ning Rayleigh Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Conference Interpreting. Anshi Liu. Fei Xiai. Shangshu Zhu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Public Health. Niha Rika Malhotra. Kinut Shunwo Mipfu O. Anshao Parajuli. Suvidi Prasha. Dia Rai. Tonika Raisha. Arpita Rabandari. Sumita Vijay Sant. Rizwana Karim Tami. Benita Tawari. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Speech and Language Pathology. Bronte K. Aiken. Hannah Claire Bennett. Alana Kadoran. Emma Deverell. Morgan Driver. Bianca Italiano. Sonali Katika Kumar. Kimberly Liang. Mark Maiolo. Yvonne Nguyen. Emma Laura Poole. Caitlin Pugh. Huda Rashid. Francis Smith. Brianna Tuckerman. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Anwar Aid Akudidi for a thesis entitled An Acoustic Investigation of Traces to Children's Early Omitted English Articles, a case study. Christian John Boyle for a thesis entitled The Test of Speech Sound Perception in Noise, TOSPIN, Effect of First Language, Spatial Separation and Reverberation on Speech Sound Identification. Tahira Foizoun for a thesis entitled Signalling at CB2 Receptor and Naturally Occurring CB2 SNPs Variants. Timothy Joseph Edward Shear for a thesis entitled Attitudes of Australian English Speakers to Fricated T, a socio-phonetic perception study. It's the trouble presenting degrees to linguists. Pro-Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Louise Ann Kohlmeyer for a thesis entitled Enhancing the Prospective Surveillance and Early Intervention Model of Care for Women at High Risk of Developing Breast Cancer-Related Lymphedema. Dr. Kathleen Alern Rubin, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for a thesis entitled Enhancing Communication Effectiveness for People with Primary Progressive Aphasia. Dr. D. Yu for a thesis entitled Neural Mechanisms of Language Control in Bilingual Speech Production. Pro-Chancellor, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences.
Pro-Chancellor, I call on Dr. Louise Kohlmeier, who graduated with a Doctor of Philosophy, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Dr. Kohlmeier.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, members of the University, fellow graduates and guests. I feel very honoured to speak on such a special day. I would like to congratulate all of my fellow graduates from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences who have undoubtedly triumphed over challenges to be here today. As you now venture into the healthcare setting, whether in a clinical, research, academic or professional role, I hope you can take with you the core values of MQ Health, that of being caring, integrity, teamwork, ambition, innovation and empowerment. My own professional career has spanned the last 3 decades, working across public and private healthcare settings. Yes, I know many of my fellow graduates were not even born when I started working as an occupational therapist in 1990. With the last 10 years of my career spent developing a multidisciplinary specialist lymphedema program known as ALERT here at Macquarie University. I consider myself to be a specialist clinician, researcher and educator whose vision is to make a difference for individuals in providing them with evidence-based best practice management. In 2015, when working full-time, the opportunity arose for me to enrol in PhD studies, just to keep my life exciting. At this time, I had 3 daughters in high school and 1 daughter in primary school, and an amazing husband who encouraged me to take up the opportunity with a "we'll make it work" attitude. So this is really truly a family PhD, because during my studies we have completed 3 HSCs, a law degree and a PhD. So what did I learn over the 6 years of part-time study whilst working full-time and juggling a family? It takes a village to raise a child. It's an African proverb that means that an entire community of people must interact with children for those children to experience and grow in a safe and healthy environment. I believe the same is true for completing a university degree. My PhD would not have been possible without an amazing village of people across all parts of my life, supporting, encouraging and inspiring me. The leaders of my village were my brilliant supervisory team, some of which are here, who made it the most amazing time of learning for me. I'm also thankful for my colleagues and friends within my workplace who encouraged and supported me all the way. Some of the most important people in my village were the women undergoing treatment for breast cancer who participated in my research studies. It was an absolute privilege to be part of their lives, and they each inspired me and helped me to grow as a clinician and researcher. Outside of my professional realm, I've had an amazing village known as my wellbeing team, made up of my incredibly supportive family and friends. These people were always there to share the laughter and the tears when I had my successes and challenges, as well as the practical support of meals, coffees early in the morning to be there when I needed them. So as you all sit here on graduation day, I'd like you to think about the people who made up your village and supported you to achieve your university degree. Congratulations to you all, and I hope that you will all continue to treasure your village and accept all the opportunities that come your way. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Louise, and thank you very much for those reflections on your study here at Macquarie and especially on the contribution of others to your research. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ms. Angela Brewer, who's also the CEO and Artistic Director of Coast Opera Australia. Would you please join me again in thanking her for that superb performance? Please also join me in thanking our musicians on the organ, Heather Moen-Boyd. And on the trumpet, Colin Grisdale. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives from our alumni community who've come today to help you celebrate this occasion. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it's certainly not the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you're now part of the bigger global Macquarie community. Our alumni network, as I mentioned earlier, is over 200,000 strong and spanning people living in more than 140 countries around the world. We'll look forward to seeing you again, of course, back on campus to attend alumni events, to undertake further studies, or simply to enjoy the beautiful surrounds and reminisce about the good times you spent here as Macquarie University students. Graduates, the award of a degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries some responsibilities. We urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry. We urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. We urge you to continue the hard work that has brought you this far. And remember, the world is not only changed by the great leaps forward by an Albert Einstein or a Marie Curie, but by the many contributions, small and large, by people just like you and all of us. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So we urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a real difference to someone's life by just sometimes a small kind gesture or a simple word of encouragement. We challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. Our hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you'll use what you've learned here not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of our community. And in all you do, we charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It is also our hope that you will always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here with us today. So, to acknowledge their contribution and thank them, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, I'd like all our new graduates to please stand. Now, I want you to place your testamas on your seats and turn around to face your families and friends. And now I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. You can turn around now, but don't sit down just yet. Here on the dais behind me are representatives of our academic staff, who are the ones who've supported and helped you throughout your journey. So please join me in thanking them as well. Graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testamas now from the seat behind you. We don't want them to be left behind. The official party will soon leave the graduation hall, followed by the graduates. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies like this for many centuries. There's an age-old set of Latin lyrics to this music, which begins, Gaudiemus igitur dum summis juvenes. In translation, that means, therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young. The song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the same time, of the brevity of life, the inevitability of death, of state and city, and of happiness. Again, to our newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for your futures filled with success, satisfaction, and happiness. Now, might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly, I'll lead the official party out to be followed by the graduate, and I invite everyone to follow the graduates out of the graduation hall and enjoy some light refreshments behind. In closing today's wonderful celebration of your achievements, I say again, Gaudiemus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.